Welcome inside the State Champs studios on the campus of Lawrence Technological University. This is State Champs at the State Finals. We're going to highlight the team and individual wrestling state finals. I'm your host, Jonathon Kidd, along with former Heartland head coach and State Champs wrestling analyst, Todd Cheney. Todd, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
All right, Todd, before we get going, we got through a full season, no stoppages. At the state finals, we had full crowds there. Just how special was it?
Yeah, you don't know how much you miss crowd noise until you hear it again for the first time in a year and a half. And it was absolutely amazing. We had a packed event for Team State, and then the individual state finals. I think we had over 10,000 people there, so a whole lot of fun.
All of our State Champs programming is presented by Lawrence Technological University. You can recruit yourself at l2athletics.com. All right, let's get right into it. The team wrestling state finals from a couple weeks ago, and we'll start in Division 4. Hudson wins its first state title in a couple years over New Lothrop.
Yeah, first state title since 2019, but their 13th final appearance and 9th overall state championship. They were on a mission. Last year, they got disqualified for wrestling an illegal wrestler at a different weight class, and they were ready to get back at it, and were truly dominant the whole season. Big matches out the gate. Isaiah Passett got New Lothrop rolling with a fall at heavyweight, and Davin Lockwood followed that up with a 4-2 decision to put New Lothrop in an early lead, 13-6. But from there, it was all Hudson. 4 Mary brothers, or cousins, I guess I should say: Cole Mary, Austin Mary, Cannon Mary, and Bronson Mary, all with big wins for the Hudson Tigers, and that propelled them to their first state title since 2019.
Let's go to Division 3, Todd, and Dundee does it again. Its 5th straight Division 3 state title with a win over Alma.
Yeah, and they're a nationally ranked team. We've got 4 nationally ranked teams in our state, and all 4 of them were on full display this weekend. It was an absolute blast. 55-12 Dundee over Alma, and big matches there. Jacob Munger for Alma gets Alma in the lead early, and they looked to push Dundee a little bit. They started at 189. And once they rolled into the lower weights, it was all Dundee. Dundee's Caden Hubble got him back on the board with an early fall, 30 seconds at heavyweight, and then their defending state champs came out the gate. Cade Kloos, Braden Davis, Aiden Davis, and Casey Swiderski. And they were just too much for just about everybody that they wrestled all season long.
All right, let's move along to Division 2. And how about the Lowell Red Arrows? 9th straight Division 2 state champion. Yeah,
just a wrestling factory. Coach R.J. Boudreau really has it going there in Lowell. The whole community, if you came out and watched team or individual state, you just saw big piles, big areas of red in the stands, and they were loud, they were vocal, and they just are on a roll right now. Well, first, the finals was a rematch of last year's final, Lowell versus Goodrich. Final score 46-16, and Lowell wins, like you said, their 9th straight championship. So R.J. Boudreau has this program rolling. They're 9th straight. Lowell won 5 matches straight from 112 to 135 and really blew this one open. They've got 3 freshmen that this past weekend made these state finals as freshmen, and they really helped propel this team. Jackson Bloom in particular, a standout freshman that a lot of people are going to hear tons of rumblings about over the next 3 years.
All right, we wrap it up in Division 1. Detroit Catholic Central taking on Davidson for the 3rd straight year. And it'll be Davidson that beats their rivals from CC for the 2nd straight time.
Yeah, 29-21, a great match. Came down to the last match. I was fortunate enough I got to call this dual meet for the MHSAA TV, and a lot of fun. Out the gate, matches went back and forth, a couple of buzzer beaters. At 285, Zane Richardson knocks off Sean Field, 3-1 in overtime. At 103, Nathan Wakowiak gets the fall for CC over Tyler Gist of Davison. And then 112 was really maybe the match that changed the entire dual meet. Dominic Perez of Davison scores late on Simon Dominguez and gets a 6-5 win. Next match, right away, we've got 2 defending state champs wrestling each other. We've got Drew Heatice of Detroit Catholic Central flips it. In the last match, we had a buzzer beater for Davison. He gets the buzzer beater and knocks off defending state champ Justin Gates in a very close one. Those 2 would go on and wrestle in the individual finals as well. TJ Bunn for Detroit Catholic Central at 160 knocks off the number 2 ranked wrestler at 160, and TJ Bunn was a 152-pounder that bumped up. He wins 5-3 in overtime, giving CC a chance to win. And then we got the big match everybody wanted to see. 2-time defending state champ Josh Barr of Davison versus 2-time defending state champ Manny Rojas of Detroit Catholic Central. This match would have needed to be a fall for them to win. As Davison was up 5, Manny Rojas didn't get it, and actually Barr takes the win after losing earlier this season. He wins 4-3, and we'll see them later in the individual finals as well.
All right, we head to Ford Field for the individual wrestling state finals from last weekend. So, Todd, it was great, again, to see everyone there down at Ford Field.
Yeah, it was. And Mark Ewell from the Michigan High School Athletic Association addressed the crowd prior to the event, and he did a great job. Just talked about our struggles over the past 2 years and how it felt like it was almost normal again, looking around, very few people with masks on, big crowd, kids that got an opportunity now to compete in a state final, and overall the event was amazing.
All right, let's start in Division 4, and what were some key matches from there?
Yeah, big ones. 215, Caden Ferris, Delton Kellogg, major decisions, Grayson Orr of New Lothrop. Caden Ferris now becomes a 2-time champ. He's headed to Central Michigan next year to wrestle for the Chippewas. 119, Sean McGuire of Iron Mountain, in a rare occasion, wrestles his teammate, Tyler Winch, also of Iron Mountain, knocks him off 5-0. Teammates met in the finals twice this weekend. A rare occurrence, but was pretty neat to see.
How is that when you've seen it before when you're at
coached
Harlan?
one of those.
So, what's it like when two teammates go at it for a second?
Well, as a coach, it's a little odd because you don't really coach. You just kind of
just
watch the action and let them go. But you're already guaranteed a state champ. So it's like either way, you're going to win, but also you're going to lose. But when you have two teammates in there, you know that you're the best two kids in the state from the exact same school.
What else happened in Division 4?
So 140, Wade had 3 returning state champs. Manus Bennett of Marlette finishes the season 43-0. He tops Bronson Mary of Hudson in the final 2-0. The other champ, Brayton Mears, ends up 3rd. So 3 defending state champs, same weight class. They go 1, 2, 3 there. 145, big surprise. Sebastian Martinez, a freshman from the new program, Riverview Gabriel Richard, their first year under Coach John Grabiel. He decisions Dylan Rabb of Bark River Harris 4-1, and it's not very often you see a freshman that wins a state title at a middle or upper weight, and he did it at 145.
Let's go to Division 3, and Dundee had a great day at the finals with 5 state champions.
Yeah, 5 state champs for Dundee, and they announced that Tim Roberts, the longtime coach, 23 years head coach, 32 years in the program, he's going to step down. He's going to retire. Program at an incredible level, nationally ranked, and they end up with 5 champs. So some highlights from D3, 189, Jacob Munger of Elma knocks off Logan Badge. Logan Badge of Clinton going for his 4th state title. Doesn't happen. He's been banged up. But it was a rematch of the team state finals where Munger beat Badge there as well. So he goes out as a 3-time champ, and Munger wins his first title. And then 119, Braden Davis, 3-time champ from Dundee. He is headed to Penn State. He's only a junior. He's got an opportunity to win 4, and he was completely dominant. He won 21-6 via technical fall in the finals. And if you get a chance to watch him wrestle, you will love it because his pace is high and he's extremely physical. 130, Zach Gibson is a 2-time champ from Lake Odessa Lakewood. He finishes a perfect 39-0. He beats Caden Pelk of Portland 11-0. They had met a number of times during the year, and Gibson won all of them. 140, Riker Janacek, Williamston. He becomes a 3-time champ. He's kind of I would say, one that doesn't get a lot of attention. A 3-time champ that a lot of people might not know about, maybe because his team hasn't been at the team state finals or whatever it may be. But Riker Janacek, dominant performance, probably the most underrated 3-timer that we've got in our state. And then finally, we got a 4-timer. For the 31st time in MHSAA history, 152, Casey Swiderski wins his 4th title, going a perfect 45-0 this year. He gets a fall over Aiden Shear of Kingsley, and he's headed to Iowa State. And he's been a joy to watch, especially for me, over the past 4 years.
All right, let's go to Division 2, and one of the big stories at the finals was Jamarcus Smith from Detroit Mumford. He becomes the first Detroit Public School League wrestler to win a state championship.
Yes, and the reason why is because most of the Detroit public schools don't sponsor wrestling. Detroit Mumford, they get the opportunity, they sponsor wrestling, and the senior Jamarcus Smith wins the state title over Carter Chahaki from Lowell. He gets the fall in 5:59. He was at 112 the last 2 years, and this year as a senior, he dropped to 103, got the job done, and wins his first state title. So Division 2 saw Ira Jenkins, 2-time champ from Whitehall. The last 2 years, he's pinned everybody he's wrestled at the state finals. He is headed to Michigan. He's another one of these kids. I was bragging about GPAs on MHSAA TV. Got a 4.0, and Michigan's getting a good one. 119, another one headed to Michigan, Nolan Wertman from St. Joe. St. Joe storybook season, they make it to team state for the first time ever. They get a 3-time champ. Nolan Wertman knocks off T. Ward of Fremont 7-3. Could have had the opportunity to be a 4-time champ, but he broke his wrist his freshman year, but still wins his third, and St. Joe can celebrate an incredible wrestling season. 140, Jacob Bry from St. John's. He got his third. Probably would have been his fourth, but last year he got COVID traced and didn't get to participate in the finals. He knocks off Carson Richards of Goodrich 1-0. He is headed to Northern Illinois next year. And then our last one, Jacob Gonzalez, another one of those kids that just excels in the classroom. I believe he had a 4.3 GPA. He's headed to Brown. He wins his third title, knocking off William Bradley of Paw Paw 7-3.
Okay, let's go to Division I. Obviously, there was a lot of Detroit Catholic Central and Davison in the finals, but there were some other standout wrestlers in Division.
Yeah, absolutely. And anytime we're talking Division I wrestling, we're talking about the big boys. And 215, big boy. Speaking of big boy, two of them coming in 4-time state placers, wrestling for a state title, 1 versus 2. Jimmy Colley of Davison, Avery Dickerson of Heartland. Colley gets it done again, 14-7, giving him his second title and making him 4 times All-State. 119, we get the rematch that we just talked about at Team State between Drew Heatice of Detroit Catholic Central and Justin Gates of Davison, both defending state champs. Heatice wins 4-1, becomes a 2-time champ, and he's back. He's only a junior. At 135, Brighton's Aiden Smith, a 4-time All-Stater, against Caleb Youngblood, another 4-time All-Stater. Neither one of them had been state champs yet, but Aiden Smith gets it done. He wins 8-4, and just really a joy to watch that kid wrestle over the last 4 years as well. 160, Raleigh Denker of Temperance Bedford almost didn't make the finals. He won consecutive overtime matches to get there, and he knocks off Braden Mirjavati of Romeo 3-1. At 171, we got that rematch again from Team State. The last match of the entire tournament, everyone pretty much crowded around that mat. Josh Barr of Davison becomes a 3-time champ, knocking off 2-time champ Manny Rojas. Barr going to Penn State. He's only a junior. Rojas going to Iowa State next season.
And it was the first year of the girls' individual wrestling state finals at Ford Field.
Yeah, and it just added a whole new dimension to the state tournament. We had 25 mats rolling in Ford Field. The finals broke it down to 5. Girls were center stage in the middle, and we had some amazing ones. Right out the gate at 170 pounds, we had a rematch of last year's finals. We said that this is the first sponsored by the MHSAA, but the last 3 years, the Michigan Wrestling Association has sponsored it. So really, we're in our 4th year of the girls' state tournament, and we got a rematch. Sabrina Nass of Brighton, she's ranked number 1 in the nation. She gets the fall on Chloe Williams. Last year was a close match. Williams was leading, went in the 3rd period late. Sabrina Nass gets the fall, and she does it again, so she wins the rematch of the 2021 final. 255, we had something special. Eliana Bomarito from Heartland becomes the first ever 4-time female state champ. She knocks off Madison Frisbee of Belding. Bomarito currently ranked number 1 in the country, and all 4 years she pinned every opponent she wrestled at the state finals. 100, we got a special one here from Celine Emmy Hicks. She's a 3-time state champ already. She pinned Trisha Przuski-Gladwin in 550. And then 155, maybe the best weight class of all of them. Lydia Krause of Boyne City knocks off Amaris Emanuel of Romeo 3-2. Krause was a 4-time state placer. And we look for a lot of these girls to continue their careers now in college, as this sport is exploding at the collegiate level. And so if I didn't mention you or get to your state championship match, I apologize. We're limited on time, but
you can check out all the clips from the individual state finals on our State Champs Michigan Facebook page. We'll have a playlist for you so you can see every single match from Division 1, 2, 3, 4, and the girls' individual state finals as well.
Well, that's it for the 2022 wrestling season. Thanks for joining us.
State Champs at the State Finals is presented by Lawrence Technological University. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Detroit Medical Center Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine Pros. Do you have a sports injury, or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers. Goodman Acker Law Firm. Our clients come to us during one of the most difficult periods of their life. After an accident or injury, call Goodman Acker today at 1-800-TRUSTED. EA Graphics. Get your official MHSAA championship merchandise at shopmhsaa.com.